What is up, everyone? Welcome to Let's Play Bastion. Recently I finished up my Let's Play series of Dark Souls, and I decided this was going to be the next game I played. I've really fond memories of this game, and it's nice and short, too. The first time I played this was, I was moving out of my apartment, and I'd gotten, I'd already, like, given my router back to Comcast, so I had no internet, but I had just picked up this game. And I played the entire thing in one night, because there was nothing else to do. It's a really good game. It has really good music. The art is very unique. I think it's very beautiful. So let's just jump right into it. And we're going to play on normal, as opposed to the easy difficulty. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to turn down the volume a bit, so that I can be heard over the game occasionally. A bit lower than that. There we go. So let's just jump right in here.
Proper story's supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble.
So that voice is the narrator of the game. He will be sort of guiding us through all the levels. I'm gonna try not to talk over him, because whoever the voice actor is for that is truly amazing, and it's how you get a lot of the story. See, the level comes up underneath me here.
Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing away. He don't stop to wonder why.
Oh, I guess I don't stop. It's an interesting way of telling a story.
Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion.
This is one of the many weapons we will get in this game. You can press space to sort of do a dodge roll. And the shards you saw us pick up, they're used to buy upgrades.
He sees what's left of the rippling walls, years of work undone in an instant, in the calamity. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Fella got a piece of him, though.
Now you see we have a health bar, an experience meter. There are levels in this game. I'm not going to obsessively like destroy all the scenery for the occasional shard, because honestly the game gives us plenty.
An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do.
At all times,
Gotta
you can
hold her
have.
still to spin up the chamber.
At all times, you can have two weapons equipped: one melee, which right now is the Kale Hammer, and then one ranged, which we have is the repeater. The repeater does a whole lot less damage, but hey, ranged means utility.
Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink.
That fills us up with health potions. Right now we can hold 3 at a time. And since we're right here, we can just immediately use
A school
one.
of squirts tunnels up around him. Must have fled here from the mines.
I think there's a side path off here.
Kid finds a memento from a girl he knew. Always used to fancy her. It's a wonder the old saloon's still standing. Used to have the nicest view.
This whole thing's sort of the tutorial level.
He sets foot inside one of Zealandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him before his drinking did.
The game, you may have already noticed, it's not particularly hard. It's certainly not hard to the standards of Dark Souls, what we just played.
His trusty shield.
But it is a lot of fun. The shield I can use.
But just as he's getting a handle on it, the security takes him for a petty thief.
You can use that to block attacks.
Shield saves his hide.
And deflect melee attacks, providing me a safe opportunity to attack.
Windbags start turning up for last call. Rondi always wanted his ashes scattered here. More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid.
That's sort of the first boss. This game doesn't really have bosses. It has... that's about as close as it
sees the way
comes.
to the Bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop.
That's the first level.
He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke.
You also fall out of the sky a whole lot here, and picking this up is going to replace our current ranged weapon with the bow, which is good because the bow's kind of better than the repeater. Okay, you can charge it up the longer you hold right click. This game, by the way, it's not just on PC, which is what I'm playing it on. It's on, I know, like Android, I think Mac OS. I'm pretty sure like Xbox Live Arcade has it. It's on a lot of things.
Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back. Right back at you.
And yeah, I sort of showed it off earlier, but by pressing the shield button at the exact right time, we can reflect shots back at enemies. And the timing window is actually really generous. Like, it's not
Good news
hard to
is the
do.
emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid.
Yeah, see, like, the timing is really easy once you get it down. Picking up health potions when we're already full gives us experience instead.
Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome.
And the last thing we can equip, we're allowed to equip one special skill at a time. Black tonics are like our skill points, so we can use it 3 times in a row right now. Whirlwind is one of the better ones, if I remember right.
He's a mighty fast learner. Wasn't long before the kid could loose an arrow, strong and true. He finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
So we can equip spirits here. I really like, by the way, since we have a break in menus right now, the sort of steampunky Western feel of this game. It's such a cool juxtaposition. Each of these drinks that we can take at the saloon will give us a certain boost. So we have squirt cider, which will give us extra health. Bonus critical hit chance as long as we're at full health, which it's kind of hard to stay at full health in this game. There's a lot of enemies. They don't do much damage, but even 1 damage will knock that buff off us. And fetching fizz, which will sort of give a magnetism effect to help us collect fragments, I guess they're called. But we can just, it's not that hard to pick them up manually, so we're going to go with squirt cider. That seems the biggest immediate boost. Let's go into the arsenal.
The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
So right now, the only choice we have really is we can use the breaker bow or the fang repeater. I like the bow more. And we only have one. Oh wait, no, we have multiple skills? Okay, and you have to equip the appropriate skill for the weapon you're using. So we have Whirlwind for the hammer, and for the bow we have Dancing Shot. That actually seems pretty good, so I'm going to equip that. Bounces from target to target. Also, the music, I know I said it before, but it is really good. Yeah, okay, that's the skill, and that was pretty effective. You gotta, for that, I had forgotten, but you have to kind of aim at their shadows. That's
some
where
of them
the
squirts
sprite
birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins.
These things will spawn squirts. Luckily, they don't hit hard. The apples also restore a little bit of their health. I think you can actually knock them off the edge by, like, making them rebound on their attacks.
The old ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now. And then he falls to his death. I'm just fooling.
I also like how it's sort of, it's the narrator telling a story, and so like your deaths is just him messing with you. That's sort of a Prince of Persia style thing. We get something heavy.
Kid takes a chunk of alloy. Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air.
Okay, here's
Scumbags.
this level's boss.
Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did.
Let's get rid of the spawners. And use our skill, because we have that. I guess, can I charge that? Yeah, I can.
Robs a scumbag of his last meal.
That guy will knock the ground out from under you.
Kid puts him out of his misery.
We got level 2. The something heavy we can use to upgrade. I think it's the hammer that something heavy upgrades, but you'll get like something sharp, something... I forget what the others are. But it's something blank for each different weapon, and it upgrades specifically that weapon.
finds the core to the Wharf District.
These are the things that we're after, cores. They're going to be in every level we go to. Our objective's going to be to get the core and get out.
He steals the city's heart. Might as well.
And now we're in a sort of time trial thing.
Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall. See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat. Kid just keeps running. Down he goes. Down toward the Bastion.
Oh, that level... I forgot.
Now the Kid sees something stranger still. His mind races.
It'll let you proceed even if you fail there. So here we are at the Bastion.
Did anybody else survive?
I think that is cool, because it feels really seamless. Like, you feel like, oh, I wasn't supposed to die, but then the story keeps going, and it makes total sense because of just how the narration is done. And I really like that. So I don't think I was supposed to die, but I did, so...
Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me.
And that's just an awesome line. This is the narrator, the stranger. His name is Rux. Let's talk to him.
We talk for a spell.
Let's ask about the city crest representing the city of Caelondia.
There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest, enough to point the way to the cores.
Might as well ask about the core we picked up.
All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there, then watch.
The crystal barrette. Ask about what happened to Nacy, the girl who used to pin her hair back with this. Is she here already? Where is everyone?
I tried to let the Kid down gently. This is the Bastion, alright. Except no one else showed up. Ain't always much to say.
So the calamities happen, and we are the only ones beside Rux who made it to the Bastion. We can use the core here.
And just like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again. Growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown.
So we have 3 slots to build in here, and each time we collect a core, we can build one building. Each building gives you its own benefits.
Kid ponders what to build.
Our first 2 options that we have are the distillery or the arsenal, the ones we just saw. I already have the weapons I want from the arsenal, so I'm going to go with the distillery, because I think we leveled up, which means we should be able to equip a second drink.
Makes time to sample spirits from my personal supply.
So the new ones that we haven't seen yet that we can use now are Hardy Punch, which gives us essentially an extra continue. And also when we die, before that continue gets used, it damages everything near us. It's pretty good, really. Ware Whiskey gives us 100% critical hit chance when we're in low health. I want to avoid being in low health, though. And Cinderbrick Stout, which gives us 33% speed while defending. I think that's like move speed while your shield's up. So I'm going to go with Hardy Punch for now.
Hardy Punch is so zesty, it'll let you carry on through the worst of times.
God, I love the narration. That's one of the coolest things this game did. The gameplay itself, it's fun. It feels really smooth. It's not ambitious.
Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him.
It's not really ambitious. Like, it doesn't do anything that other games haven't already done. Also, you see now we have that crest on our back. I don't know if that was there before. But, as Rux told us, that will point the way to other cores that we can use to upgrade the Bastion. But yeah, gameplay-wise, it doesn't do a whole lot that's, like, new or original. It just does it better than every other game, and with this striking music and art and narration style, this is a fun game to play, even if it's not particularly hard. Let's use the... yeah, let's use the Skyway.
The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands.
So we've got the Bastion that we can go to here, the Wharf District, that star means it's already done. We have the Workman Ward, and it says Core Detect, that's the next, like, major level we can do. And the Breaker Barracks, it says Proving Grounds. Proving Ground levels are sort of learn to use whatever weapon you just got. So we're going to do this. I don't think we have time in this episode for another full level, but we can do a mini level like this so you can see what they're about. They're not my favorite parts of the game, but you can get some nice upgrade material by doing them. I'm not going to try to get perfect scores on them. You'll see what I mean soon.
The Breakers used to come here for target practice. Used to play a little game. See who could bust the most targets and the fewest shots. He's focused, he's armed, and he's off.
So, you see those 3 items there. Depending on how we do at this, we can get either none of them if we're really bad, 1 of them if we're only okay, 2 of them if we're good, and if we do it, like, perfectly, we can get the 3rd one as well. In this level, using the bow, we have to break all of the targets with as few arrows as possible. I'm not going to work out the perfect solution here. I'm just going to try to find what works for me. Let's start here. We can break 4 like this. Oh. Well.
The perfect shot just happens in a flash.
Yeah, if we time that perfectly, we get enough damage to destroy these in 1 shot.
He puts on the right solid performance.
Okay, so we got 2nd prize for 7 arrows. We could have saved 2 if I had gotten a power shot with, 5 shots or fewer. I could have gotten to exactly 5 if I had done every shot as a power shot. But I didn't. So we pick up something stringy. I believe that's upgrade material for the bow. And something fancy, I forget what that's upgrade material for. And we'll miss that that last one. I am not going to try to do a perfect run of this. We can, by the way, if you mess yours up and you do want to try a perfect run, you can come over here and just hit E to restart. If you do want to get all of them, then you can use the solution I just used. If I had done every shot as a power shot, it would have been 5 arrows, so that would have gotten you all 3. And using the Skyway, we can go back to the Bastion and probably land on our face again.
He returns with some of the materials we need.
We land on our face a lot in this game.
Sometimes a single look says it all.
Okay, so I think that's where we'll cut it for now. This has been episode 1 of Let's Play Bastion. I'm pretty excited for this. It should not be as long of a series as the Dark Souls one. This game's pretty short. Even doing all the optional levels like the one I just did, I expect it might be 15 episodes, ballparking it. I mean, you can see each level you're after a core, and there's spots for 2 more cores here, and we're going to get some on the other side. but there's not that many levels in this game. So I will see you all next time, and until then, praise the sun.